way, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind.
Good peoples, what's going on with you? Welcome to another vlog. Yeah, child, welcome back. Well, y'all had seen that I was in the Bath and Body Works and whatnot, and I showed y'all the little Halloween stuff. That one that they had in the front, I think it was called Vampire Blood. It really did smell good, but yeah, she tried to talk me into getting there, and I said, yeah, I don't want no meat that smell like that. That's called Vampire Blood, so I left that alone. But at any rate, I'm in here, and like what had happened was, as soon as I got ready to start vlogging, my whole family came in here. They did, they really did.
I just love you, Mom.
I love y'all too, but like Silk, Chris, Cam, like everybody just came right on in. Silk came in and started asking me about some neck bones, and he did some neck bones and some turnips and whatnot. Baby, you know, gonna come say hey to the people? Don't do that. I got to. Don't do that. Chris, Cam, y'all need to stick your head around the corner or something. And like your mama raised you.
Good to see y'all.
And like your mama raised you. Could have been a little more enthusiastic than that, but it don't matter. They spoke. What I was getting ready to tell y'all. I got stuck inside of TJ Maxx. Y'all, I think I showed y'all. I just showed one little clip while I was in there because for one, it was freezing. It was throwing down. And I went in there looking for one thing and got stuck in the store, okay? And what had happened was, child, I went back there and saw a candle that smelled like ramen noodles. Like, why? Why do we want a candle that smells like ramen noodles? Because when the kids cook them, yeah, it's a little quick meal for them, you know, and everything. But when they cook them, child, it make the whole house smell like feet, Doritos, and whatever else you want to call it. I don't know, but who wants the candle? And it's by DW Homes. Somebody need to have a conversation with DW Homes because that is diabolical. You got a candle that smells like ramen noodles? Like, whose idea was that? Because when they went to the round table and decided to do that, I hope that person that came up with that idea, that they are no longer in that department. I hope they're still employed, but they're no longer in the idea department. Because when they went to the round table and came up with that, like that was, I'd have been like, I know you lying. I know you lying. And the fact that y'all tried it though, it is what it is. But so I think tomorrow Sunday dinner we having neck bones, huh? Oh yeah, I gotta show y'all my little haul. See, good looking out. Do I want to show y'all that now or later? I'll show y'all that now. It was 2 bags in there. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I had did you hear me say I went in there for one thing and came out with this stuff right here? Anyway, I got a candle. I got 2 candles. And what I went in Bath and Body Works for was for thank you, baby. Was for I had a reward for a free you know how you get the free product for like $16.95. So yeah, that's what I had that, and that's what I went in there for. That's the only thing I went in there for, child. And I just said let me show the people because they got a sale where it's buy 3 get 3 or buy 2 get 1. Why it can't be buy 2 get 2? If it's buy 3 get 3, why we can't buy 2 and get 2? Like, why we diminishing? It don't matter. It don't matter. I didn't take part in none of it. I just went for the free item. Yeah, I'll show them that. That was my free item. You've been so good to me. You really have. Thank you. You know what I do without you. Don't do that. Okay. So let's just utilize this chair. I didn't lock the car. I thought I did. But it's in the garage. It's all right. Here we go. Let's do this here. We'll just put that there and I'll deal with that later. All my receipts and everything. I like it too. I don't know. So I got this marble and gold tray. I absolutely love it. And child, this thing was on $12.99. Yes, it was. Got that from the Maxx. Got that from the Maxx. Put that there. Just slide that over. I don't know where. I might put that right here beside my sink. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. And then I got this marble spoon rest. It was only $6.99, child. $6.99. Set that there. And then I forget what you call this, but I got this right here. This is what I got. Yes, I forget what you call it, but I've just seen where a lot of people have been decorating with it, and I have a couple of spaces. Like, I don't want a whole bunch of stuff on my countertops or whatever. But I got an empty spot there and over there, and I don't know. I'm gonna see. I saw a few things on Lemon 8, and Pinterest. Y'all know I told y'all I love the Lemon 8 app. I'm in love with it. Yes. And I got these 2 candles here from TJ Maxx as well. Sand and Fog Ocean Mist, made with natural essential herbs. It smells amazing too. 3-wick candle. Yes, I'm gonna put that over there out of the way. Okay. Hey, that rhyme, child. And then another Sand and Fog candle, rose and pink salt. Smells so doggone good. This candle was $7.99 and that herb one was $12.99. Big old candle like that, $12.99. Okay, let's move that out of the way. And then I just got the Gingham Fresh Daily Nourishing Body Lotion. Yeah, I got that because when I got the Gingham Fresh the last time, them little pieces, I gave that to Cameron. Cameron basically got all that stuff that I got from Bath and Body Works last time, except for the because me and her both got the what's the bloom, the one? Y'all know what I'm talking about. She got, me and her both had that, but I gave her the Gingham Fresh, and it was a nerve that I had. I gave that to her too. So I just got the lotion, and I kept that one. That was my free item that I got. Okay. But anyway, I told y'all I was gonna tell y'all about this is gonna be story time, and that's what I'm fixing to do. Okay. I'm trying to let me scan because I still be doing fetch, child. But I was gonna tell y'all about my boot camp experience because I got a lot of feedback from telling y'all about when I got lost over in Italy. You know, from my Navy days. Like I got several messages over on Instagram and my DMs where y'all were asking for more Navy stories and whatnot. Child, I got plenty of them, but this one here, boot camp, that was I figured I'd start there because yeah, it was an experience. It was a culture shock for me. You know, I wasn't used to that. Let's just start when I left. Okay, now this story might be a little long, so you might want to get you a snack or something because it ain't gonna be quick because we talking about 10 weeks. Okay, 10 weeks. All right, we got that snap. We're talking about 10 weeks here. Let me do this. Let me snap my last one, child, because I have to go on ahead and do it now because what be happening is they sit over in my nightstand so long that, child, I be missing them. I forget it, and then they be too old to snap. So let me go on ahead and do that. Let me see. I might not be able to do this one because it was a free item. But we finna find out. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Let's see what they say about it. Let's see how they do it. Okay, y'all did that. Okay. All right. So we got all that business taken care of, and we just going to put that over there as well. All right. But let's go on ahead. Wait a minute. Let's go on ahead and get into this boot camp story. I had to write it down. I had to take notes because I wanted to make sure I ain't miss a thing. So we're going to start off when boot camp. We left from, y'all know I'm from Atlanta. If you don't know, I'm from the A. Okay, from the A all day. All right. Anyways, so went to the airport from downtown Maxx in Atlanta. We went to the airport. We took the train to the airport or whatever. I didn't know these people that I was traveling with, but we soon became fast friends. Yes, we did. So we went, once we got to the airport and everything, we went to the USO and, you know, got us a little snack or something, to chew on, eat on and whatnot while we was waiting on the plane and everything, right? So everything seemed like it take place late at night, but there weren't any males because I got to boot camp on a Tuesday because when I was going, they only took us on Tuesdays. I don't know why only females were accepted on Tuesdays, but that's how it was. Okay. So anyways, we get there Tuesday. We land. Okay. When I leave Atlanta, it's cold because let me back up a little bit. I left January. Okay. So we arrived at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. Okay. It was Tuesday night. It was late when we got there, and it was freezing. Now, I was cold in Atlanta, but ain't nothing like that cold in Chicago, child. So at any rate, we landed. I had on a leather coat, and I can't remember what else I had with me. I think I might have had nothing. Yeah, because you don't need nothing. Anything you think you're gonna need, they got it for you. Trust me. You might not want what they got or use it, but they got it. They got you covered. So anyways, child, I get there and we land at the airport and we get on the bus, right? So when we on the bus, and the ride from the bus, the ride from the airport to the base is wild, because I said, like, why they hollering at us? We ain't even did nothing, and they just hollering like they ain't got good sense. I said, what's wrong with them? Is it because we got on the bus? Like, I don't understand. Like, I guess us getting on the bus must have pissed them off, because they was just going off on us, like, for no reason. I said, okay, whatever. I'm looking out the window. I ain't paying no attention. I said, because this is insane. So we finally arrived at the base or whatever, and we getting off the bus, and they hollering at us, telling us to hurry up, get off. Like, we ain't moving fast enough. I said, well, doggone. Please forgive me, but I was not built with a jet engine where I can move at lightning speed. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with y'all. Like, I'm feet don't fail me now, because if I don't hurry up, it seems like something's gonna happen. And so, we piling off the bus as fast as we can. I felt like they was gonna push us in a minute if we didn't, if everybody didn't get off that bus in less than 2.5 seconds. I said, this is cruel and inhumane punishment. This is ridiculous. But then I started thinking to myself. I said, oh, okay, it's their job to scare us. They trying to scare us. A mind game. All boot camp is a mind game. And if you can kind of block it out a little bit, it kind of help you get through it. But if anybody right now is thinking about going into the military, don't go off of my story, okay? Do not go off of my story. They got some videos on YouTube that you can watch, but don't go off of them either, because all they gonna do is make it look like the military is, like, boot camp is a breeze. They're not really gonna show all the hard parts. They're gonna.
I had fun.
I had fun. There were times when I had fun, but there was times when I was like, yeah, this ain't it. But it is what it is. I made it through, and I'm here now. But anyways, so we got on. They got everybody lined up and everything or whatever, right? And they want you to call out your social security number. They taking roll and everything, right? And the first thing I'm thinking, I'm like, I ain't hollering out my social security number in front of these people. I don't know. This a bunch of strangers. I ain't hollering out my social security number. What's wrong with them? So anyways, they ended up telling us to like, we had to do our first 3, and I think our last 4 or something like that. I can't remember. However, I want to say it was the first 3 we had to do, and like, I can't remember, but I do remember them saying, when you say your social, O is not a number. Okay, like, you can't be saying like 570. You can't be doing that. They said O is not a number, and I was like, oh my God, because I got a 0 in my social. Like, Lord, help me to call it out right, because what you're not finna do is call me up in front of everybody to make me out to be you ain't finna use me as no example. So when they called me Foster, Tiffany Foster, I said, oh God, that's my maiden name. I said, oh my God. And then they want you to call out your whatever. And I said, blah, 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 0. Whew. Got through that test, child. Went on through that, and then, now mind you, it's late at night. It's probably about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and all this foolishness is going on, okay? All right, so after you do that, they make sure everybody is who everybody supposed to be or whatever. Then you get to make that phone call home. Guess what? Guess who called home and didn't get no answer? The lady knew I was going to be calling. That lady was at work. She did not answer. I said, the audacity, the unmitigated gall. You knew I was going to call to let you know that I made it. They gave us 3 minutes. 3 minutes, child, to call home and tell your family that you made it. Oh, and a pay phone. Ain't no cell phone. No cell phones in 97. All right? Pay phone. Collect call. So when I got the call, nobody answered. So I don't even remember how long it was before I got a chance to even answer somebody. Talk to somebody. I can't remember, but eventually I did get a chance to talk to my mom on the phone and let her know that I had made it and whatnot. She knew I had made it safe and everything. But I don't think it was a phone call. I think I had wrote a letter because we was writing letters back and forth. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Back over here into what I was saying. So, all right. So after we called, and you made the phone call home and stuff, we now have to sit in the hallway Indian style. All right, they got us sitting on the, it's cold. Okay, I told y'all it's cold. It's freezing in Chicago. It's January. We sitting on the floor in the hallway, lined up. I don't know the person in front of me. I don't know the person in back of me, okay? But my knees is on their back and their knees is on my back. This is a little too close for comfort if you ask me, but whatever. Y'all say we gotta sit like this, so that's how I'm gonna sit. So we're sitting there in Indian style and whatnot, and I mean, when I tell you I was freezing, that's all I could keep my mind on was the fact that I was so cold, and this leather coat that I had on just wasn't doing it. Anyways, after that, they call us up to take we gotta go and take a urinalysis or whatever. We gotta go and pee in this cup. Y'all, when I tell y'all, we peeing in this cup. Now I just told you I don't know nobody. The people who doing the test, I don't know none of these people. They got us lined up. Okay, there's a wall lined up. I don't know if it's still like that now, but I'm talking about 1997 boot camp, Great Lakes. Okay, Chicago, Illinois. That's the boot camp I know. They got a wall lined up with about 5 or 6 toilets, wide open. Ain't no stalls, ain't no nothing. We are all sitting there on this toilet and we are peeing in a cup. I don't know you, girl, and I don't know you, girl, but I'm peeing in a cup. We just peeing in this cup. Yes, we are, in front of everybody. The most degrading thing I've ever seen before in my life. Like, nothing about the military is normal. Like, well, boot camp, the whole boot camp lifestyle and being on a boat, the boat life is not normal either, because that too, I've been underway, I've been out to sea, all of that. None of that is normal life. Nobody should have to live like that. But anyways, like, no privacy. Can we get a stall, a wall or something? So nobody, like, I don't know her and I'm peeing in the cup in front of me. It was wild. It was just too much for me to handle, okay? At 11 o'clock at night, okay? I'm peeing with strangers. Oh my God. Anyways, back over here, child. All right, after we done peed in this cup with all these strangers and whatnot, they take us to this huge room that looks like a warehouse. I mean, it's big. 1997, okay? It's giving assembly line. That's what it's giving. It's very much an assembly line. Anybody ever, y'all have ever been to the airport, and you know when you're going through customs, you got to put your bag in that gray thing on that roller, on that belt. Okay, that's what it's like. They issue, everybody get one of these little gray containers to put their stuff in, right? And as you're going along, it's some people lining up over here and they're giving you stuff. They're giving you stuff. Anything you need, they got it. Your toiletries, your clothes, your underwear. I'm telling you, anything you need, you finna get it right now. You moving along the line. And let's just stop and talk about how once we get everything, child, we stand there in front of these strangers once again. Cold. This warehouse is cold. And you are now getting ready to change in front of all these people. You getting ready to take off your civilian clothes and you finna put on this Navy sweatsuit that they done gave you, okay? Everything that you have on your body, you put it in this bag, like this kind of like plastic type bag or whatever, and you seal it up and you mail that back home to your mama. Send it back to her, because you don't need that no more. You are no longer civilian. You are now enlisted in the United States Navy. You belong to the government, okay? All right. Seaman Foster, child, bye. Oh my God, y'all. It's about 11, it's still 11 something at night, child, and while we in this warehouse, and it's freezing. It is freezing. They giving us our stuff. We done changed into these clothes, and I had on some Air Max. They was brand new. Child, they said, you can keep your shoes if you want to. I said, no, I can't. Because what I ain't finna be doing is trudging out there in this snow, in this slush and whatnot in my brand new Air Max. Y'all ain't finna, no, we ain't finna put all these miles on my shoes. No, indeed. You can give me your little ugly New Balance and I'll put them on. Thank you. We are not doing that. Anyways, next, we got all our stuff. We done changed in front of all these people that we don't know once again. And they done gave us t-shirts, socks, toothbrush, toothpaste, lotion, deodorant, underwear, all that. It's an assembly line, okay? You get your stuff. All your uniforms, whatever you need, boots, you gonna get it right there. We had a trench coat because it was cold. We had to dress in layers. I remember we had to put on stockings and socks and all kinds of stuff, long johns, because we walked everywhere. We walked. You ain't riding, you finna walk, okay? Anyways, next. So then, after that, this is when we meet our RDCs, after we done got into this our clothes and stuff or whatever. We our RDCs, and they take us to, I think that's where they they start telling us a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even remember what they was telling, because by now I'm tired. It's about midnight. I'm sleeping. Okay, so I'm ready to go somewhere and lay down. But that don't happen. So they get us to the compartment where we finna sleep. Now, mind you, the compartment is huge. It's this huge room, and it's got bunk beds lined up on one wall and bunk beds lined up on the other wall. And it's this huge walkway in between, and behind the bunk beds are windows. Okay, so we find our racks or whatever. They don't call them bunk beds, they call them racks. So I found my rack. I got a top rack, and then you put all your stuff in your locker and all of this, and by the time you get finished doing this, now they want you to take a shower. It's like 1:15 in the morning and we bathing. Okay, I was so glad for that shower. But let's stop right there at the shower, because once again, these are strangers. I'm in a room with did I tell y'all how many people was in the room? How many roommates I had? It was about 100 of us. So I had about 99 roommates. You heard it, 99 roommates. Okay, in this room with these people that I don't know, and then I'm finna bathe with them. We finna go ahead and take a shower, and I don't know you, and I don't know you, and you don't know me. We ain't never seen each other before, but we finna go ahead and take a shower together. Yes, we are, at 1:15 in the morning. So when we go in there, there's like I think, like, if I remember correctly, it was about 6 shower heads on the wall, on one wall, and 6 on the other wall. Okay, and then everything. It's this big old like bay kind of like thing where we in there just bathing like a, I don't know. It was just crazy. It was this huge shower, and there's 3 of y'all to a shower head. I said, wait a minute, how many? 3 to a shower head. 3 of us to a shower head. Because let me tell you what's finna happen. The way I'm fixing to lose my, okay, I can't say that. The way I'm finna lose my stuff, if somebody rub up against me, or if they stuff rub up against me, we ain't doing that. Let's just go on ahead and get some things straightened now. Okay, we're gonna take turns. One of y'all go up there and wet yourself down as much as you can, step to the side and lather yourself, okay? Then the next person, so on and so forth. Then me, you, whoever. And then and we're gonna spread out. Don't be near me. We're gonna spread out, okay? Because I don't want none of your body parts to rub up against me. We're not doing that. So everybody, done took turns and did whatever they had to do. We done rinsed off and whatnot, and now it's time to put on we had these blue shorts that we had to sleep in, and a t-shirt, and you will always sleep in a bra, okay? You will not have that bra off. You will always have on a bra and your dog tag, okay? Right? There will be, and the dog tag better be down inside your shirt like this, because now the one time that I did get called out in boot camp, child, I had came out the shower, and I didn't realize that my dog tag was hanging on the outside of my shirt. Homeboy took me and led me around the compartment with my dog tag. He said, you want to leave it hanging out, then I'm going to treat you like a dog. Y'all, the way I wanted to go off on him, but I was like, girl, you done made it. You right there at the end. Just, Lord, help me to hold my mule, because I'm grown. I am not a child. You don't even do a child like that. But okay, whatever. So I let him have that one. I let him have that. Do y'all know that man apologized to me at the end of the boot camp? Yes, he did. Okay. Anyway, so we didn't have our showers, and we finna go lay down. And but the thing of it is, like, I'm used to greasing up with grease and Earl. We got lotion, y'all. My skin was so tight and dry and ashy. Oh my God, my skin was so tight and dry and ashy. I was just like, are you kidding me? I need some Earl, something thick, because I really just could not sleep like I really wanted to, because my skin wasn't moisturized properly. And then it was cold. You mix cold along with ash, them two don't go together. Child, I was in the background for 10 weeks. I really was, because even I put that lotion on, it just did not sit right. So yeah, I was in the background for about 10 weeks. Yup. Can you imagine being in the background for 10 whole weeks? It don't matter. Anyways, so we done laid down and took a shower and whatnot. And when they wake us up, before I go there. So the next day, wait a minute, am I on? Okay, we laid down, took showers, right? So they come in there at like 5 4 o'clock in the morning, waking you up, talking about everybody up. They turned on the lights. Now I told you it was like 1:15, 1:30 when we was bathing. So we lay down about 2 something. I mean, everything is quick. You got to hurry up and do it because if not, they finna start hollering. So we lay down at 2 something. We was right back up at like 4:15, 4 something like that. It was real early. It was still dark outdoors. I know that. I wasn't used to getting up that early. Okay. Did I tell y'all I was 21 when I joined the Navy? I was 21 when I went to boot camp. I turned 22. I had a whole birthday in boot camp, okay? So I'm grown. You know, I'm not grown, but I'm grown. I've experienced some things by this point. Anyways, I don't even know why I had to tell y'all that, but I did. Anyways, so we get up the next day, and the next day is haircuts. Y'all, I was so glad that I had already got my haircut because the way they was issuing out like these basic blunt, no elevation, 0 degree haircuts. Oh man, they didn't care, just straight across the bottom. Next, straight across the bottom. Next, and they was buzzing the boys. Was the boys there? No, there wasn't no boys there. What am I talking about? It was all girls because it was Tuesday. But no, I'm not. No, I'm right because on Wednesday we met our brother company that we used to that we was doing boot camp with. We was division 1, 2, 3, and our brother company was division 1, 2, 4. Yep. So haircuts was the next day, and like I said, I was glad I had got mine cut before I left because I saw a video of how they was doing them people, and I said they ain't even have to do them like that. So yeah, I got mine cut before I left. I was ahead of the game. So we're eating, and this is where you realize that there's no talking. Well, you don't realize it. They tell you ain't no talking. So you literally have, you got more than 15 minutes. If you the first person to sit down, you got more than 15 minutes. But if you the last one to sit down, you ain't got long. Better hurry up because the time starts as soon as that last person sit down. So think about it. It's 100 girls. We start out with 100, but we don't end up with 100, child. It's 100 people. So think about how much time you got. Well, you really don't have, no, because it's rush, 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 rush. So you have total, it's probably about 20, maybe about 20 minutes to eat total because they hurry you through that line. They don't be playing. And so like I said, your time really starts from the time the last person sit down. So if you the first one, you got a little time to chew. But if you the last one, you better hurry up. If you eat, you better hurry up. Okay? If you want them kind of people that like to taste your food, don't worry about it. Because for these next 10 weeks, you ain't going to be able to tell nobody what you ate, tasted, or nothing. Okay? Because you got to hurry up. You ain't got time to look at it and examine it. You got to make up your mind. Do I want it? Yes or no? Okay? Because I ate peanut butter and banana sandwiches like for 10 weeks. I should be backed up still. I should still be backed up all the peanut butter I ate. And sometimes there was no banana, so I had to eat a choke sandwich. I did. Ain't no jelly. I ate a choke sandwich, child. Anyways, I guess they say it don't matter. You full. Okay? So, anyways, when we're eating, there's no talking. There is no talking. So, if it's something that you want, like if you need some kind of salt or pepper, you can't say, hey, can you pass me such and such? You got to tap on the table. I said, what are we learning how to play drums? Like it's like we doing, are we doing beats? Are we doing beats? What are we doing? So like, you want us to, we got one for salt. So you tap on the table and somebody look up and you say 1. You hold your finger up and say 1. You want pepper? 2. Like, what are we doing? There's no talking. You better not get caught talking. Ain't no talking. Oh my God, it's just like I said, 100 people got 15 minutes to eat basically. All right. So now let's get into, now we are getting ready to start. They tell you that boot camp is 8 weeks for the Navy. No, it ain't. That's a lie. It's 10 weeks because the first 2 weeks of boot camp, child, the first 2 weeks is nothing but medical. We call them P days. Processing. You are getting anything wrong with you, they finna figure it out and they finna fix it. Anything wrong with your mouth, they finna figure it out and they finna fix it. Okay? So you going in there, you getting all kind of shots, any kind of vaccines. If you need glasses, they finna take care of that. All that's finna go down within them 2 weeks. But let's talk about real quick because I told y'all P days is like the first 2 weeks, so it's like 14 days or whatever, right? That we going through this. So we have, I told y'all about the sweatsuit that they made us put on, right? So let me tell y'all what was really crazy to me about how we had to, like, everybody, like, I just told just a bunch of strangers at this point. I don't know, even 14 days in, like, yeah, you start to get you talking to them because you used to seeing them every day, but you still don't really know them yet. You know what I'm saying? So everybody washing their clothes together. Like everybody, you have a ditty bag. It's like this big net or whatever, and there you put you are identified by your last name and the last four of your social. So we have to stencil all of this stuff on our clothes. So there's a whole day where we go through stenciling. We learn how to stencil our name and all of this stuff. It's a whole production. Boot camp is, okay. So anyways, child, excuse me. This sweatsuit that we have on, let's talk about how we wore that sweatsuit for 2 weeks straight and we never washed it. By the first week, when we took it off, we no longer needed to put it on the hanger, because let me tell you about how that bad boy was standing up by itself. All we had to do was run and jump in it in the morning, because that joker was not, when I tell you that joker was standing up, it was standing up. I said, I know so we not going to wait us a couple of days and wash it. Like, it was diabolical. I'm telling you, everything about the military is just kind of, it's a little bit, it's kind of nasty. Okay, anyways, all right. So medical, right? So medical, it also is kind of like an assembly line, because when you go and get your shots, like I can remember walking into this room and we're lined up and you standing here and there's a person on this side and a person on that side, and you got this, you done took it because you had on a long sleeve shirt, not the long, I mean, yeah, a sweatshirt. So you gotta take that sweatshirt off because they got the sticky, okay? Child, they got somebody over here on both sides. Soon as you step up, before you know it, you done got stuck 2 times. 2 of them, and they don't care. Now they say is next. They don't give you no band-aid, no nothing. Ain't no band-aid. Next. Child, don't matter if you bleeding or not, because guess what? When you put that sweatsuit back on, I already told you you can have the sweatsuit on for a week. If it's any blood, it's gonna blend in with whatever dirt that's on there. Ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know. One moment. Let me go get some water, child. My mouth is dry. 1 second. Okay, so what did I say? We getting the shots, all right? So now we done moved on past them 2 weeks or whatever, right? And then we get down to where it's like, it's called, the first week, I'm sorry. We get to the first week where we actually starting to train. Now we actually doing boot camp, right? The first week ain't nothing but a bunch of like exercising, seeing where you are, you know, all of that stuff. And at the end of each week, there's a test. And if you don't pass that test, guess what? Since at the end of that week, if you pass the test, then guess what? You move on to the second week. If you don't pass that test, you get set back a whole week. I'll be like, Lord, the way I'm telling y'all, I was so close to God during boot camp. I told y'all the last video. He was telling me to slide over. He's the same thing. I said, Lord, I can't. I need you right now, because I need you to help me pass every last one of these tests, because what I refuse to do is to start over. Because everybody else moving along. That's how you lose people along the way. I told y'all we started out with 100 girls. By the time you get to the end of them 10 weeks, we was down to about 60. Yeah, had a lot of room in the compartment, you know, and stuff seemed like it was just moving a lot faster because people was getting set back. Stuff was holding them back. Anyways, so we do the exercising, and you know, you got to do push-ups, sit-ups, you know, running and all of that stuff. And all of that stuff, you got a certain amount of time you got to do it in. All right. So first week I passed that, check. Next, I kind of feel like it was more stuff going on in the first week than that, because it was something else. I can't remember everything, so I'm just trying to give y'all a brief overview of what my experience was like, because I also remember I'm just counting the main points that really stood out to me. There was swimming. That's the main one right there. Swimming, y'all. I can swim, but I can't help nobody else. So I'm gonna tell you like this right now. If we all ever together on a boat and that mud capsized, and let's just say this Titanic, the way I'm gonna say every man for himself, because I can't help you. Where is your life jacket? You gonna have to float. You gonna have to do something. I can't help you. I cannot. You only gotta be a 3rd class swimmer in the military anyways, okay? Only 3rd class. So at any rate, there's this huge dive, this real tall diving board. I mean, that mud tall. It's taller than Mount Everest. It seemed like it was that high. And one of your, a part of the test is, like, they line y'all up. It was either 3 or 4 of us had to line up. So they tell y'all, this is the diving board, right? Excuse me. This is the diving board. And let's say it's like 3 or 4 y'all lined up right here. They tell y'all, step up to the top, step up, put your toes over the edge. The mother say, cross your arms over your shoulders, take a deep breath and step. And if you don't jump, you will get pushed. Let me just put that out there. So, yeah. I was like, I'm finna go on ahead and jump because they got SEALs. They got Navy SEALs down in here. They not finna let us, they not gonna let us drown. This one girl, it took 3 or 4 people to get that girl off that. I mean, to get her off that diving board because she kept saying, I got kids at home. I can't die. I can't do this. I just went on ahead and did it. Cause I ain't want nobody talking about me. I just went on ahead and jumped. And like I said, I can swim. When I came back up, cause I never touched the bottom. The water was like 13 feet deep. And I think it was 13 feet. Yeah, that was like 13 feet deep. And so when I came back up, I don't know what happened, but I think I opened my mouth too quick or something, and I got water in, and I started choking a little bit. Child, bye. Them jokers sent me to the remedial end of the pool. I said, remedial for what? Because I got some water in my mouth. Like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, I'm sitting, you see me floating here and talking to you, like, and normally that had to be God because y'all, I can't tread water like that. So the fact that I'm standing here, I mean, I'm floating here, I'm treading water, and I don't even realize that I'm treading water, and I'm talking to you, sir, and you want to send me to the remedial end because you think I can't swim because I got a little water. Maybe I was thirsty. Anyways, however, child, it don't matter. I went down there and passed a little ugly test or whatever. They made me swim 50 yards on my back one way and 50 yards going back the other way. Yeah, I passed that. I said, nah, take that, sir. Take that, sir. They try to hold me back. Not to. No, we wasn't doing that. I would not be defeated. At any rate, child. Excuse me. Passed that swimming test. Move right along to the next. So the next thing that really stood out to me was the gas chamber. I'm sorry, before I do the gas chamber, there was when we had to go do like firefighting. That stood out to me as well because I said, y'all really want us to put out this fire? It's a real fire. It's a real fire they want you to put out. And there's this thing called the egress tunnel. I don't know if they still got it, but I know they had it when I went through. And somebody has to, there's a leader. They have to lead you through this tunnel, child. And the sides are hot. They got to lead you through this tunnel, and you can't touch them sides. And it's dark. Did I mention it's dark? Because when they close that door, it's pitch black. You can't even see your hand in front of your face. And they have to lead you through that tunnel without touching them sides. If you touch sides of the wall, you're going to get burnt. You're going to probably invent a new degree of burn if you touch them sides of the wall. Ain't no first, second, or third. You're going to invent a new degree if you touch them walls. It was so hot in there, I was like, Lord, just let me get out of here. Just let me get out of here. Anyway, passed the firefighting test, moved on to the gas chamber. That was a huge debacle, okay? Because when I tell you, if you the first one in, you the last one to come out. Guess who was the first one in? Ding, 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 your girl. Child, bye. I just kept getting the short end of the stick. However, first one in, last one out. They have a hot plate, and they opening up these capsules with the tear gas on there, putting it on there. That stuff instantly fills the room. They tell you to take your gas mask off and you instantly feel it on your face. It's like somebody is just taking a whole bunch of needles and just going to town, okay? And it don't feel good. And liquid starts oozing out of your face. Like in places you never even thought that liquid would come out. Like my ears were running. My mouth was like, you're literally in there like this because you cannot help but spit because it's just that strong. So they want you to hold your gas mask up in the air and tell you, and you gotta say your division and your last name and I think the last 4 of your social, something like that. Meanwhile, while you inhaling this gas, like you coughing and saying it at the same time, it was ridiculous. Well, when they got to my row, because I said we was the last ones, they gonna have fun with us. Now, mind you, we done been in there through all these other people. When they got to our row, child, them jokers not only wanted us to say our name and our division number, but you now want us to walk around in a circle and sing Anchors Away. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with you? I think I might have got the AN out. I never got the whole song out because how you want me to sing this and ingest this smoke at the same time? Like, I didn't come here to die. The way I just knew I was never going to see my mom again after that gas chamber. Child, I'm just dramatic for no reason, but that's how I felt. I really did. I just knew this is it. This is it. So we did what we had to do. Get outside. Everybody throwing, spitting, carrying out. It was disgusting, okay? I mean, the way I had I think I even had fluid coming out my skull or something. I don't know, but it was too much. That stuff was out of line. The water I was throwing on my face just wasn't calming it down quick enough. But it seemed like it was forever, but it really wasn't. But made it through that, past that, and then you get to work week, and this is when you really on your own. Like your RDCs don't come in there, and everybody got jobs that they have to do it. It's a whole week long when you got all these jobs. My job was at the Marlin Spike. I had a cake job. I said thank you because I didn't get the short end of the stick. The Marlin Spike was like a makeshift ship, and we really didn't do nothing over there because it wasn't really nothing to do. I know we listen to the radio a lot. Do y'all still got V103 up there in Chicago? Because that's what we listen to. We listen to V103 a lot. Like, we might have swept some stuff and wiped some stuff down, but for a whole week, we didn't really do nothing. Like I said, I appreciate them. I really do. But the last night, the last test is when you go through, and it's everything that you learned. Basically, they call it battle stations. Now, I saw a video where they do theirs, like they're up when they start their battle stations. 1997 boot camp, you be dead asleep. You don't know when they're coming in there to wake you up because they act like a war has broken out. They come in that bad boy and they start hollering again, child, beating on stuff, telling y'all to get up. A war is just broken out. And when I tell you we don't pass by nobody's water, we ain't passing by no water. So everybody you just don't talk to me. Just because we ain't got time to talk no way. Just get in here, do what you got to do so we can pass this test. You literally are running across the base at night from place to place. Like I saw in one video where all the stations are in one building. Y'all got it good. They might have calling y'all. We had to run from each building. Firefighting, where the swimming pool was. And mind you, after the swimming pool, the person in the front had a sea bag on with all our wet clothes in there. You know how heavy wet clothes is, child. I said, God bless them. Because I'm glad it ain't me that got to carry it. But we did take turns. I think I carried it from one place to the next. And I said, here, you got to get this because I can't do this no more. I can't. Them things is heavy. And I'm little. What's the matter?
Love you, Mom.
This girl. Love you too, Cam. Thank you. Thank you for the love.
Okay, bye, Mom.
Bye-bye. So, we ran from station to station all throughout the night. And I think we stopped one time to go and eat. And then afterwards, we picked back up. And we had one more test that we had to do. And I think it was firefighting. Yeah, firefighting was after we ate. And after we did that, if you passed that, then guess what? Guess what? At the end of that right there, you go and you had a ceremony. Because throughout the whole, your whole training, you wear this hat that says recruit on the front. So then they have the ball cap ceremony where you go from being a recruit to the hat no longer says recruit, it says Navy on the front. The way I was balling at that ceremony, because you just look back and you be like, Lord, how did I make it? Lord, how did I make it? How did I make it? By the grace of God. I'm telling you. Boot camp is something else. I know there are other branches that are, you know, a lot more strenuous and more intense than the Navy. But just from my personal experience, the Navy, it was kind of intense because I wasn't used to that. Like, you know, my mama though, God bless her. God bless her. That lady, I used to get 3 and 4 letters from my mama every night. Like, I didn't understand how they would give us letters at night and then tell us it's time to go to bed. Y'all done had mail call and then say taps. We in the bed. Like, so when we supposed to read these? Child, I would get up and go to the bathroom and read mine. I sneak them and put them in my sweatshirt. And once it got washed, because golly, we finally got to wash the sweatsuit. Oh my goodness. So I would sleep in my hoodie at night because it was cold. Like, we had all these winters, it was freezing in there. And, you know, they give us a little ugly gray itchy blanket and stuff, and that really don't be enough. So it was just a lot. Like, Sundays was nice because we got to do whatever we wanted to on Sundays, all the way up until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon was ours. I used to go to church, and you know, they would let us do our hair like you know, like we could do relaxes because my hair was relaxed back then. And any kind of grooming, anything you want to do to yourself, you could do it. I remember I had to sneak and have like some Carmex, because y'all know I'm addicted to the lip gloss. Like, I had to sneak and have like some Carmex or something because, child, my lips was like really, really chapped and stuff. I said, no, I can't do this. I need me something. So I had to sneak and have me something on the inside of my jacket pocket and use that because it was wild. Boot camp was something else. But when my mom came to my graduation, child, The way I was so glad to see that lady. My Lord, my Lord. My mama with her letters, she was like, we're going to do boot camp together. So she would always put the time up at the top. I still got all my letters that anybody wrote me while I was in boot camp. And I remember she would always start them off at, she would get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning because she knew I was up. And she would say, we doing boot camp together. And all her letters would say 4 o'clock. Or sometimes it would be, you know, she would write me more than 1 letter a day. Like, I'm telling you, I would get like 3 and 4 letters from my mama a day. Okay? Like, that lady was doing it. And my family members, like, they did it. They was really supporting me, holding me down when I was in boot camp because I needed that. But I did get to talk to my family members. You know, I got to call home on the weekends. Every Sunday, we got a phone call. And I think we used to get like a 30-minute phone call. And sometimes during the week, we would get a phone call, too. Like, our RDCs was cool. They could really be buttholes when they wanted to. But for the most part, they was cool. You know, they would do stuff like, if one person messed up in boot camp, like everybody had to suffer. You know, they would have this thing where they would, I forget what they call it, but the walls, they were cycling us. That's what it was called. The walls, we would be exercising in there so hard to the point where the walls would be sweating. Like, they would do stuff for punishment, and our boots, we would have our boots, and we would have to sit there and hold our boots like this. You don't think it's going to be heavy, but after about 2 minutes, and your arms start doing this, and the way your shoulders be burning, and then you feel like your arms and your shoulders is just numb, child, it's wild. It is something else. But I made it. I did that. I really did. I did 10 years in the Navy, and that was 10 years enough. Okay. So yeah, that's my boot camp story, y'all. So if anybody's thinking about joining, like I said, don't go off of me because I went. That was in '97. So what? That ain't even 30 years yet, but it was almost 30 years ago. So yeah, I'm sure things have changed now because I think y'all, they get cell phones. They get to use their cell phone to call home and stuff. So it's just wild. It's crazy. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that that little story about my boot camp and everything. It was something else I was going to tell y'all about boot camp that I can't remember. I mean, I thought I wrote down, but I didn't. Like, we had to learn how to shoot guns and stuff. Oh, like when we would have classroom and stuff, if you got caught sleeping, the way you finna be in trouble when you get back to that compartment, like, they would do stuff where they would come to the compartment, and if like one person's bed wasn't made up right, they messed up everybody's bed was messed up. I remember this one girl, they took her mattress and they threw it out the window. I said, dang, her must have been real bad. It was crazy. The structure of boot camp, like the folding and all of that stuff, I had no problem like conforming to their ways because I was already structured. I just decided to join the military because I'm like, I had done everything else. Let me see what it's like. So, and I don't regret doing it because that's how I met Silk. And, you know, so I enjoyed it. It's the parts about the military that, yeah, you know, any job is something. It's gonna be something that you don't like about it or whatever. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I don't miss it. I miss some of the people, but I don't miss the military. I don't miss that at all. Cause I told him, I said, let me tell y'all something. When I get out, the way you would never know that I was in the military unless I tell you. That part. Anyways, y'all, that's my boot camp story, and that's it. I'm finna go. I told y'all that's all I had. I went out and did my little errands this morning, and that's a wrap. I'm in the house for the rest of the day. It's 1:45, and I think we're gonna take family pictures tomorrow if the weather lets us, because it was throwing down. I was gonna sit back there today and do a little story time, but it threw down here last night, so that stuff back there wet, and it was throwing down this morning. I told y'all that, so that's it. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, child, and yeah, I'm finna go. That's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Like always, all good things come to an end. I hope y'all enjoy hanging out with me. Y'all make sure you subscribe with your bells turned on because there's always more to come. And I think that's all I ain't like that. And I think that's all I need to say to y'all. Yeah, I think that's it. All right now, y'all be blessed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye now. Love you.